Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. I'm going to give you key support and resistance levels to pay attention to. I'm also going to go over if it's possible Bitcoin may have topped, and if so, give you some possible downside targets. We're going to cover my calls from yesterday for the Nasdaq, Ethereum, Sol, and Tesla. And also at the end of this video, I was going to ask you guys if you want to help me out. So I've been working on a first-person shooter game, and we're about ready to release it, but we need help. We need some players to join in to test gameplay. All you need is a Steam account, and I will give you free access to the Discord to help us test this game. We're probably going to do that this weekend, but I will mention that in this video if you're interested in helping us out. So let's go ahead and cover the H1 chart. By the way, guys, I trade on BitGet. If you want to sign up, my link's pinned in the first comment description. The reason I like BitGet, they have proof of reserve, so I know my funds are safe on their exchange. Again, if you want to sign up, that link's pinned in the first comment description. And if you want to get access to all these charts, the link's pinned in the first comment description as well. That will also give you access to Discord. So in the previous video, I talked about this H1 chart. I'll put a link up this video now. I'm going to reference different parts of this video. But I was making it very clear that to fill the gap was around 28,839, and that I knew that we were going to get 25 basis points. That seemed likely. The market was expecting that. But I said, listen to what Powell said. And it seemed like he was a little hawkish, saying there's going to be no pivot, possible rate hike next FOMC meeting. So it's possible once that gap got filled that we would get topped out and come down. And take note, I said your next support level is 27,822. So if we go to this chart, you'll notice we topped out. We did get a wick above. We pushed up to fill the gap, 28,836. We came down, and notice right here, we pushed up from this point, this support level. We pushed up 2.62% at 27,830. This was a previous high and low if you go back to the left. At this point right here, 27,822. You can see we hit it and got a bounce. Then we broke it. We came down and found support around 26,682. This was a target I gave on the M1 chart. Notice this is now our resistance. This is a previous low, and that is now our resistance. You see your support is 27,366. Let's go on. So this was the M1 chart, and I was mentioning that 28,650 was very strong resistance, 28,850 to fill the gap. We hit that, we came down. This was your support level to pay attention to, 27,162. And I also made a post about this. Looks like we filled the gap. So we pushed up, we filled that gap. You can see we started coming down. This is where I was just talking about the H1 chart. We hit that point, pushed up. And then, I'm going to show you how the Nasdaq and Tesla played out as well. But we did hold support in Ethereum as well. And guys, again, if you do sign up to get access to charts, you get access to our Discord. All right, so this is M1 chart. This is why I made the post. This is your current support. This is what you want to pay attention to. And as I've been talking about this indicator here, pretty soon, if we stay at this price, next daily candle open, it's possible this indicator could turn red. But your key support level to watch right now is 27,150. This is our macro trend line of resistance flipped as support. So as soon as 27,150 breaks, your next points to watch below, this is our previous highs. So this will flip as support. So the next point to potentially short to, if 27,150 breaks, would be around 25,268. This is also where the 200-week moving average is, so that's a lot of support. If that breaks, or we get a wick down, a nice entry would be around 24,600. This is on the M1 chart again. This is the Nasdaq chart. Now, if you go back and watch the last video, I was telling you based on this fib circle and the center Bollinger Band, it looked like we could have some downside for the Nasdaq, and that could hint that it's possible the Fed would be hawkish. And that's exactly how it played out. If you'll notice, right here I said if you wanted to open a put on the Nasdaq, this would be your point. We were at a ring right at the center Bollinger Band. That was confluence for a put or a short. You see we came down from 54.55. Your next support level to pay attention to for the Nasdaq is around 52.51. As soon as, if that breaks, we have a lot more downside. Your downside target, and we're talking about a lot of downside, your next major key support level is around 48.30. I talked about Ethereum, and this is what I posted at Discord as well, and I mentioned in the previous video. I said Bitcoin and Ethereum looked a little toppy, as well as the Nasdaq. So 18,053 would be the highest potentially we could go, depending on what the Fed said, and the Fed was hawkish. And so the next support level was 1,724, and as you can see, we found support right on this point. So the great thing about having multiple charts, for instance, the Nasdaq, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, since all of these charts pretty much move together, using all of these charts in combination to find out if it looks like we're potentially topped out or matching support levels. For instance, support right here at 1,722 and support right here at 27,150. Matching support levels can tell you, okay, that's likely a point we'd push up from. So we did hold support here. So if we do push up again, your resistance for Ethereum is around 1,821. And just like I said for the M1 chart, if we break 27,150, we're headed to 25,300. Same with Ethereum. Once we break the support, it's 1,722. Your next key support level for Ethereum is going to be down around 1,550. This is Sol. So I was giving you some price targets for Sol as well, and I told you it was likely we were topped out because we were at this ring. This ring was previously a lot of resistance. This was another chart indicating a potential top for some downside. You can see how this played out. We did get some wicks above, and notice we're still below this point. So your current resistance for Sol is 22.60, and your support level to watch is right down here. And on my charts, guys, green means long and red means short. Your support level is around 20.30. You got a lot of support here, and you got center Bollinger Band. So long entry for Sol will be around 20.43. Short would be 22.60. This is Tesla. I was saying it was likely this would be an entry for a short yesterday. This is where I was showing that we were at strong resistance or 2 fib channel lines. This would be 0.2 short, and you can see how this played out. This was resistance. This was resistance. We pushed this hit literally to the dollar, and we came down. Now we are at the center of Bollinger Band. We'll have to see how markets play out today. But if we do drop, a likely point to enter a long could be potentially where we're at now. Again, center Bollinger Band is right here at 189. But if we do break that support, next point too long, Tesla is potentially 180.70. The Dow Jones, just to recap, so we broke back below this key support level. This is now resistance, 32,414. Your next major support for the Dow was around 31,438. And as I mentioned previously, guys, this ring right here, I expect that based on how these fib circles, and go back and watch previous videos, I've talked about this for months, I'm expecting the Dow to continue to move down this ring. And because there is going to be no pivot, and I think a lot of the markets were expecting a pivot soon, and I think the Fed made it very clear there's going to be no pivot. So I think it's going to be only sideways and down for the markets, and that means Bitcoin will be sideways and down as well. But your main key support level we're watching right now for the Dow is 31,438. If that breaks, we have a lot more downside. Just like I said for Bitcoin, if 27,150 breaks, we have a lot more downside. And for Ethereum, when 1,722 breaks, we have a lot more downside. And guys, do pay attention. Once this turns red, I think that's when the fun begins for the bears. So guys, if you do want to help us out with the game, if you have a Steam account, that's all you need. Email me through the website. Again, the website link's pinned in the first comment description, and I will email you a Steam key, and then you can use that Steam key to download the game, and then I will give you a Discord invite link so you can join our Discord. We have a game channel there, and then we'll be setting up to do a little test gameplay this weekend. So if you're interested in that, guys, make sure you email me. And again, if you want to sign up for Bigot, my link's pinned in the first comment description. Again, I do trust their platform because they have proof of reserves. That's why I use them and will continue to use them. And if you want to get access to the charts, guys, the website's pinned in the first comment description. That's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.